Is written and directed by Darren Aronofsky, and it stars Jennifer Lawrence alongside Javier Bardem, and it's a new movie that is out that I was intrigued to see because the trailers were they didn't tell you anything, you know, and it just looked like thrilling. It looked like very exciting, and I wanted to find out what this movie was. Going in, I had heard some reviews of it being very weird, and I kind of wanted to see what this movie was for myself. And look, the movie is very weird. It's definitely not for everybody. Not exactly for me. But it's a movie that's very ambitious. And it's a movie that the director, Darren Aronofsky, is basically laying out how he feels about the world. And, it's his opinion. It's how he feels. And he went for it. And I respect somebody making a movie and just completely going for it. So, I'll give him that. But basically, this movie boils down to Darren Aronofsky believes that God's awful and that everyone else is awful, the world is depressing, and that we're destroying the world, and he just has this horrible outlook on life. And the movie, it's all about his inner thoughts, and the movie's all a metaphor for God. And Javier Bardem is God, Jennifer Lawrence is Mother Earth, and we all come along and destroy her, and it's awful, and we're all awful, and God's awful, and it's so depressing. It's such a depressing movie, and it's so weird and out there, and there's all these metaphors, and that's basically what I got out of it. But there's a million other things that he's trying to say, but that's all that I could really get. But the movie is it's so long and boring, and it just dreads along, and you don't know what's going on, and it's just so hard to watch this movie. It's just so unenjoyable. And look, like I said, I respect him going for it and just putting this out, but it's just something that, you don't have to agree with everything that you see. You don't have to, if somebody wants to put a message in a movie, go for it. I just ask that you maybe add a little bit of a story to it. Just put something that makes it interesting and makes you want to watch the movie. This movie is just filled with awful people, and you just hate watching it. It's just so unpleasant. It's like the opposite of La La Land. Like how that movie's magical and wonderful and it's sincere and just innocent. This is the opposite. This is just the worst. The worst. It just makes you feel awful watching this movie, and it's something that, look, I understand if you kind of like this movie because it's very artsy and it's, whatever. But I just didn't get any enjoyment out of it. There were great performances, and it's a well-made movie. But it's not a movie. It's just a big metaphor for all this, and he's just trying to say how he feels, and great. Hey, feel that way. It's depressing, and I feel awful that you feel that way. I wish I could bring some light into your life. But, hey, to each their own. But look, this movie's just not for me. I don't think it's for really most people. I think that there's a select group of people that'll be like, oh, it's a masterpiece. Oh, God. Look, it's not for me. It's a movie that I think just fails to if you're trying to put a message out there, and if you're trying to, say something, say it with the story. Great, it's a metaphor. Do it with the story so that you care. If you want to make a point with the characters. I think the movie just failed, and I hated watching the movie, and I came out understanding, look, hey, this is what he went for. I respect that. There was great good performances, and he put a lot into it, but I just think that it fails as a movie. So overall, it's a weird movie to review. It's just so crazy and out there. I definitely don't suggest seeing it. Honestly, if you're intrigued by the trailers, it's nothing like what you think the movie is. It's not at all what the trailers portrayed. It's something completely different. So, dude, I really don't suggest seeing this movie. I'm gonna go just because I respect him making this movie, and that there were some good performances and it looked good. I'll go 1 out of 5 for Mother. it's weird because I do respect the art form of, you know, making this movie, and hey, you're entitled to your own opinion, but I hated the movie so much, but I just can't say that it was just so poorly made, you know. So 1 out of 5. All right, so there you go. I'm sorry for doing this in my car. I have to go to work right after this. I wanted to get the review out, you know, as soon as I could. So sorry about that. You know, let me know if you see this movie for some reason. Let me know what you think about the movie. For me, I really just found no enjoyment. You know what? I'm going to half a star. I'm going to go half a star. I'll give half a star for creative things. I take it back. Half a star, not even 1. Half. Just for, you know, for the performances. But yeah, I really hated this movie, and I feel so sorry for him for having these feelings, and just it's such a pessimistic movie, and it's just a horrible outlook on life. And yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this, you want to see more reviews from a guy like me, Tom Waterloo, then please like and share this video, leave a comment down below, and most importantly, subscribe. See you guys in the next one.